Hey guys, it's Anne. Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be breaking down the pilot episode of That 90's Show. For those who don't know, it's a sequel series to a show that aired in the 90s called That 70's Show. Alright, I'm going to do my best to keep my opinions until the end, but I will start off by saying there was way too much laugh track in this. Why? It's ridiculous. You don't need to laugh just because someone entered a room. So right off the bat, it lets us know it's the day before the 4th of July. And Kitty's in the kitchen. I thought she was working out, just like with her mayo working out. But she's dancing because Red comes in and he's dancing. And then I realized, oh yeah, she's like singing and dancing. And it's playing Groove is in the Ha. Wow. So it's good. I mean, they nailed it when it came to the 90s soundtrack for this show. They freaking nailed it. But I mean, they've got Netflix money, so they ought to. So she's just like, was that a car door? Was that a car door? And rushes to the front door. I got it. And as she's opening the door, Eric's like, I didn't even knock. Oh my God. And he says, you're motorboating me, Mom. Look at the stain. The makeup stain on his shirt. I didn't catch that the first time I saw it, but I've watched it so many times now that I can't unsee it, and it just drives me nuts. It's such a huge stain. Then we get to meet Leia. She comes in, gives love, and has to use the restroom. Oh my God, Eric says, careful, the water's hot, like scalding hot. Red says, it's a normal temperature. You've just got that sensitive baby skin. So while Eric and Kitty and Red are in the living room, she's talking about everything they've got planned. And Donna comes in, hands full. Because clearly she didn't want to have to make another trip since she was the only one doing it anyway. I feel that. She's like, don't worry, I got it. And he's like, okay. So dismissive. I hate Eric more than ever. I hated him in the original series, and I hate him more than ever. And he's in like one episode. He's literally, I don't think he's in any other episode after this pilot episode. I hate him. Eric is excited to go to 2 weeks of space camp with Leia, and you can tell she is not happy. She is not interested. And Kitty even says as much. But Eric is dismissive and a helicopter parent. Oh my God. But Leia goes to play basketball. While she's playing basketball, she hears, and I'm here to remind you. And she goes and she looks, and there's a girl just blasting out. What do you say? I don't know. She is having a good time. Alanis Morissette. I love Alanis Morissette. It might be Alanis. I have no idea. But I was a kid in the 90s. So I literally grew up listening to this. I love it. Jagged Little Pill, we had the CD, yes. But this girl sees someone staring in her window, and she's like, the fuck, freak? What are you doing, creeper? She's like, oh, nothing. Just standing outside your window, watching you sing and wondering what it would like to be you. She's embarrassed, and she's like, I'll go away now. And then she says she has a bootleg CD from something and asks if she wants to hear it. And she's like, yeah, sure. And she's really weird. She's like, please still be here when I get back. So they're in this girl's room, which used to be Donna's room. This is Gwen, by the way. And she's really weird. She said she likes making people feel uncomfortable. Oh my God, I don't get it. But they're listening to the song and the music, and so quickly you can tell he was just waiting at that door for his cue. Someone pops in. He's wearing a tank top with shaving cream on his chest. So explain to me how this works. He's like, damn it, Gwen, I almost nipped my nerps. He's trying to shave. That's her older brother, Nate. They have different dads. Oh, there is one funny thing about this scene. He's like, this whiny vagina music. is bumming me out. And then she's like, well, me and my friend are gonna make a band and name it Whiny Vagina. It is breakfast time in the Foreman household. Happy Independence Day. Leia struts herself on in wearing a nose ring, and Eric is tripping. Like, this dude needs to chill out. He's like, how'd this happen? And she says, Gwen gave it to me. And he's like, who the hell is Gwen? And Leia says, she lives next door. That's where I'm going right now. Eric's like, are her parents home? And she says, no, but her big brother is. And Kitty's just like, sweetie, you're really not helping. She's like, I'm fine. I'll be 20 feet away. And he says, okay, be back by the fireworks. And she's just like, I'll try. And Eric gets all nerdy. He says, hey, as Master Yoda said. And she and Red groan together. He's like, as Master Yoda says, do or do not, there is no try. And she is snarky as can be, okay? Master Yoda was a puppet from a fake world with some guy's hand up his butt. And then Red's just like, yeah, payback's a bitch. We see Leia and Gwen with another guy. We don't know who yet. And they're playing Uno. He puts down 2 cards at once. Says Uno, because now he has 1 card in his hand. And she's like, I think you can only put down 1 at a time. And he just like shoots daggers with his eyes at her, like, excuse me. This is Ozzy. They met in detention because why? He told his math teacher that his wife was cheating on him. Nate and 2 other people come down the stairs, and he's all, I'm so excited. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me. And the girl is like, you said that when the McRib came back. And he's like, well, yeah, because I thought it was gone forever, babe. So that's his girlfriend. And she's like, aw, you were sad or scared? Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's a cute moment. So the other guy is like, hey, new girl. And she's like, hey boy. Or man. This is Jay. He's a hoe. She says something like, keep your zippers in their upright positions or some shit. And he's like, shut up, Gwen, I'm just getting to know her. So the exciting thing that happened, they were sitting in their van when all of a sudden...
Hey, are you here to pick up the cake for Mama's discount licorice?
Yes.
And you prepaid, right?
Yes.
Sweet. Happy 4th.
So yeah, they're super excited now they have a keg.
It's the 4th of July miracle.
Okay, and this is the thing that killed me the first time I watched it, okay? Gwen says, let's tap that keg and get stupid. Red, Kitty, Eric, and Donna are playing cards at the Foreman's, and it's doing that old school smoke circle thing, and Red is just like, why is it so smoky in here? It's because the popcorn was burning. But Donna's telling Eric that he needs to quit worrying about Leia. She'll be fine. She's growing up. Kitty's got this chip on her shoulder about Eric, or Donna. Yeah, chip on her shoulder about Donna calling her mom. Okay? And so she hands the popcorn to Eric. And he's like, thanks, Mom. And she's like, oh, see how easy that was? And Red's like, why can't you just say it? And Donna says,
nah, feels forced.
Then Eric's like, Mom, just drop it. And Kitty repeats it.
Nah, feels forced.
Gwen suggests that Leia should get the tap from Mama's because she doesn't know her. And Ozzy's like, hold up. Pretty sure Oshkosh Bagosh here is gonna get carded. And Gwen has an idea to make Leia look pregnant. So while Leia's buying the tap, she accidentally pushes the stomach out of the way. And Mama's like, I ain't no lady doctor, but I'm pretty sure something's wrong with your baby. And she goes to call the cops and she's like, hold up, Mama. What are you gonna do when they get here and, we let them know that you sold a keg to a bunch of kids? And she was like, Mama says, it wasn't me, it was Wade.
Mama!
She threw him under the bus. Oh my God. But Leia was on the debate team club, whatever the fuck. She's a nerd, okay? So she does her thing and she's like, yeah, well, you're going to lose your liquor license. So maybe you should just sell that tap and everyone can have a good 4th of July. Mama's like, you some kind of lawyer? So the kids are on the water tower drinking their keg. And Leia and Gwen are having a heart-to-heart. They're talking. And Gwen asks Leia if she'll stay there for the summer. So when Leia gets back home, her dad's like, where have you been? Because it's late. It's past fireworks, okay? And she was straight up. She said, I was drinking on the water tower with my friends. And Eric is just fucking jaw-dropped, flabbergasted. Leia, again, straight up, she says she wants to stay in Point Place for the summer. She doesn't want to go to space camp. And Eric is just shocked. He can't believe what he's hearing. Donna butts in and she's just like, I'm proud of you. And he's just like, what? He's speechless. Kitty is also proud and excited. She's like, yeah.
Kitty!
And Red tries to butt in.
I guess that's what we
But
want.
Kitty shoots that shit down. Leia isn't happy because Eric, he tries to put his foot down and be assertive. And he's like, no, you're going to space camp. And she's like, no, I'm not. And he's like, you're gonna go to space camp. You're gonna get in that car tomorrow. And she says, no, I'm not. I'm not getting in that car. And he fucks up royally. He
You're
says,
getting in that car or my foot is getting in your ass.
And of course, Red is just so proud. But Kitty and Donna are like, oh no, Eric. That was so bad. So Eric and Donna are having a heart-to-heart sitting on the hood of the car. Throwback moment. And she's like, Leia's growing up. You need to let her. So reluctantly, very reluctantly, Eric decides to let Leia stay in Point Place for the summer. Eric finds Leia hanging out in the basement and lets her know that she can stay. So while they're saying their goodbyes, Donna comes down the stairs, hands full again, proving how worthless he is. She makes a comment like, yeah, don't worry, I got it. And he's like, yeah, okay, fine. Like, he's such a dick. He's a dick. And one last douche move, but it's a good one, is he tells Leia that her and her friends should hang out in the basement because it's safe. And Kitty is like, oh yeah. And Red's just like, oh, no. With Leia staying for the summer, her and her new friend Jay run into Red in the kitchen. They're letting him know that they're about to go hang out at the lake. But he's like, who is this? And he's like, oh, hey, I'm Jay. Jay Kelso. And it's like, dun, dun, dun. He straight up, it's like horror flashbacks, like some Vietnam flashbacks, or in his case, for his character, some Korean War flashbacks. But yeah, then we see Michael Kelso, and surprisingly, and I say surprisingly because the end of that 70s show, she was with Fez. Michael was single. Jackie pops in an all-white pant or like skirt suit set thing and says that they're gonna be late for their second remarriage. Are you kidding me?
Oh, FYI.
She is still a judgy rich bitch, yes. Once everyone leaves, Kitty is just like, oh, I gotta go shopping. I gotta get some snacks. And this was in the trailer. So if you want to see it real quick, hop on over, watch trailer. It's so funny. She says, I'm gonna get Fritos, Tostitos, Doritos, all the Eatos. But they're showing all the kids the basement, and Kitty gives them a crate with like games and other things in it. Gwen finds a baggie, and in this baggie is something that makes her say, your grandma just hooked us up. And Leia is clueless.
What is it?
So, just a couple things. Whatever's in that baggie is at least 15 years old.
But seriously, what is it?
what the fuck? Okay. For a pilot episode, I thought it was decent. I'm going to give it a general 6.5 out of 10. Just because it could have been better. There were moments that were just so heavy-handed, like the overabundance of a laugh track. And yeah, I went back and watched that 70s show episodes from each different season. It was not as injected into the show as it is in that 90s show. Like, there's just so much. I wish the Disney vibes had been toned down. It probably wouldn't have been canceled if that were the case. Nikki is my favorite thus far. I love her look. I love her vibe. And in terms of best casting, Jay Kelso, hands down. How did you find a boy that looked like that? How did you find a boy that looked like he came from both of those people? That didn't actually come from both of those people. That is amazing.
They try to break us, but we won't bend. They try to bury us, but we'll transcend.